Good morning, Lewis.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you. Good. Now, for those of you that don't know, Lewis is the current chair of the Young Staters, and that's why we're starting our 5 Minutes with series with him. He's also the owner and managing director of Liveryman Brothers and the owner and co-founder of the Ccar Company. So, Lewis, first and foremost, just let us understand why there's an R in your name. What is that significance for you?
The R was it's my granddad's name. My middle name is Roger, which is the same as my granddad. He passed away a few years ago, so I then decided to start using it as a bit of a respect thing, and then it just stuck.
There we go. Brilliant. That explains that one. Thank you very much. Right, now on to more businessy things. So tell us about Lehman Brothers. You've been there for a long time.
I have, yeah. So I started working here overall about 13 or 14 years ago now. It's obviously a very long time. Started off as an apprentice, learning how to. The first job I actually learned how to do was gilt edge, which is applying gold leaf to the edges of cards and invitations and things to make them look all lovely. So yeah, started with that, and then I did my apprenticeship in producing engraved stationery, which lasted about 5 years. Finished that, ran the company for a few years, and then had an opportunity with one of my colleagues to buy the whole thing out, which we did, and we have been owning it and running it ever since.
Fantastic. And the Ccar Company, that was obviously a project that started, from what my understanding, over the pandemic. So nobody from stations really understand your reasons behind it and what the company's about. So I'm sure they've seen your beautiful products in many places now because it's been a great success. So tell us about that. What's the Ccar Company all about?
Yeah, that one was like what happened to a lot of us over COVID. I didn't have that much to do. Obviously, everybody was in lockdown. We weren't really allowed to do anything. Leeming Brothers predominantly focuses on wedding and event stationery. Obviously, there were no weddings, there were no events. So, kind of just sitting around twiddling our thumbs. Two friends of mine who I know via Leeming Brothers, who are a couple. The names are Kay and Jit. They reached out to me over the lockdown and said, "Remember how we've always said that we've wanted to do something together, start a company together, but we never had the time, we never had the ideas and all that kind of stuff because we're too busy just running our other businesses." COVID actually gave us that time because we all had to stop. And yeah, so over that time, we got together when we were allowed to see each other in gardens and all of that kind of stuff, and started having a few meetings, and then eventually over those, a company was born, which then turned into the Ccar Company, which is now nearly 3 years old. It's for those of you who don't know, it's a greeting cards business, predominantly a greeting cards business, but we do lots of other stationery as well, but predominantly greetings cards. But the unique selling point of them is that when you're done, instead of throwing them in the bin, you plant them in the ground and they 100% biodegrade away and will grow into wildflowers.
Absolutely brilliant. And at the moment, you're being stocked in a huge variety of places, aren't you?
Yeah, lots of garden centres, as you may expect. And yeah, but overall, we've got just over 300 stockists now up and down the UK, with plenty more coming along, and new places that we're trying to get ourselves into. But obviously, it is only just gone nearly 3 years old, so yeah, still got a few bits to do, but it's definitely well on its way. We've just signed a lease on a unit, so it's outgrown its studio and it's moving into its own unit now. So
Congratulations, that's such fantastic news. Now we're nearly out of time, can you believe it? Our 5 minutes is very near. I would just like to ask you, as you are current chair of Young Stationers, what are your hopes for this year for Young Stationers?
Well, I am actually going to be stepping down at some point this year, but that is happening towards the end of the year. I've got some more things that I want to do yet. I have already found the person who I would like to replace me, who has accepted the position, which is great, and that'll all be made official. But one of the main things that I wanted to do before I finished was the Young Stationers dinner. That sadly had to go because of the pandemic. And it was always one of my favorite events in the Young Stationers calendar, and I believe a favorite event of the Young Stationers as a whole. So that was something that I wanted to bring back with a bang, so I can finish off my term having that done, everybody having a lovely time, and then we can use that to do the official switch over and then hopefully announce some more news that we've got coming later on.
Fantastic. Well, we really look forward to that in the summer. In the meantime, thank you very much for your time. Really looking forward to seeing you at the next Young Stationers Drinks, which I believe is April.
Yep.
Have a lovely time. And that's it. Our 5 minutes is up.
All right, brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.